Hello and welcome to the Portent Kast. If you are tuning in for the first time, we're an all non-binary and female Dungeons & Dragons actual play show. I'm Lila, your game master and host. And you're tuning into the 11th episode of the campaign, Call of the Dawn. We're glad to have you, and let's get a quick roundtable introduction starting with Carolee.
Hi, I'm Carolee, and I play 47.
Awesome. And that brings it to Cheyenne.
Hello, I'm Cheyenne. I play Mealy.
And next to her is Kristen.
Hi, I'm Kristen. I play Roguish Boy Fern.
And our druid, Lindsay.
Hi, I'm Lindsay, and I play Annie.
And Star.
Hi, I'm Star, and I play Rhea, the Warlock Sorcerer.
And finally, Vicky.
Hi, I'm Vicky, and I play Trip.
And without further ado, let's get into this episode of the Portent Kast. After the Moonbear Minimums had witnessed an attack on the Alestra family, they left Way Sheriffs to find Mealy's sister after she was taken by some of the Ayers goons. They followed various leads to catch up with the thieves, and you found out she was most likely being taken to the Lucent Lock Witch, but you needed to gain horses for quicker travel, so you set up a pack of horses at E'eth Esari through Mealy's father. And before you could get there, you found out Rhea was keeping a secret patron who happened to give her a very enthusiastic pseudo-dragon as a familiar that day. And as you traveled through the thicket to the capital city, you came across a Yeti cave and a ravine. You each debated whether or not to go in and loot their cave while the majority were away from their home. And before too long, one of you threw a rock and grabbed one of the Yeti's attention. You then Trip sauntered up to it as it began looking around for the source of the noise, and that's where we pick up this week. So, Trip, you're going towards Yetis?
Yeah! Well,
Okay.
one, maybe? Two?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you see one.
Okay,
But you're going up to a Yeti. Are you being stealthy about it?
No.
Or are you just...
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. It doesn't take long before it sets its eyes on you, and you hear it roar out.
Wow.
Are you doing anything?
I am
As you
just going to be really impressed that was a really good roll. That was amazing. Well done.
Okay. What are the rest of you doing? As Trip claps at the Yeti?
Annie's readying an action.
Oh my god, we're gonna die.
Not before I do.
I kind of want to cast Copperhead Languages to see what the Yetis say. So,
You cast it?
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna cast Copperhead Languages just because I'm curious.
Okay. As soon as you cast it, you begin to understand what it's saying. And it basically is, all it's saying is, "Intruder!" And is basically yelling out to the other Yeti that's in the cave to come and help.
I'm like that big.
How'd he get in? Intruder window.
It's like a flea coming in. It's like a flea infestation.
Yeah.
Trip's just like, I swear I'm of no harm.
I will say at this point, for you guys to roll initiative.
I wanted to ask if before we started, I could expend a spell slot to regain a sorcery point, if that's okay, before we got into initiative, or if I have to wait.
I would say you'd have to wait to do that.
Damn, okay. Well, I rolled a natural 20, so I'm okay with that.
Oh, nice.
Love that.
I dropped it didn't quite roll, and I rolled a 4.
That's alrighty. So Rhea, what is your total initiative?
I think 22.
Oh, she's so speedy.
22.
Alrighty. And 47?
14.
Lindsay? Or Annie?
At 2.
Oh no!
Fern?
11.
Yeah.
And Mealy, it was a 4+ something, right?
I don't Does she have plus something? Because I'm looking and I don't think I see anything, but...
It would be
as far
plus
as...
her dex modifier.
Oh, is it my dex? Then yeah, then it's a 6 now. Thank you.
And what did Trip get?
7.
Okay. Alrighty. So at the top of the order, Rhea, it is your turn as you see and hear that the Yeti is roaring out towards both the other Yeti in the cave and at Trip. What are you doing? You do have advantage on your first attack since you rolled an natural 20 for your initiative.
I'm gonna yell at Trip just to be like, hey Trip, I think they're gonna eat you.
Noted.
As a thing, I'm going to spend use my bonus action to do the sorcery point thing.
Okay.
Spend a 2nd level spell slot to get 2 sorcery points.
Okay.
Just so I can have a backup one. And then do a twinned spell firebolt.
Okay. Go ahead and make the attacks on that.
Okay. Also, I rolled my dice that was in dice jail after this one just to see what I would have gotten had I used it, and it also rolled a natural 20, which was upsetting. But I was just, okay. 14. Is that it?
That does hit.
Do I need in twice for a twin spell?
Yes.
Okay. And then this one is 16 plus 7.
Okay. Yeah, that definitely hits.
I don't,
okay, go ahead and roll your damage.
I'm so asleep. It's 10. That's 8 plus 6. Plus 7 plus 1, so plus 8. So 16. 22 points of fire damage.
Okay, awesome. Alrighty, so you go ahead and you release 2 bolts of flame over at the Yeti. It takes the amount of damage you would assume it would. But you see as it kind of almost begins kind of trying to pat the flame out of where it's being sundered. And that brings it... Is there anything else you want to do on your turn? Do you want to move? Because at this point you guys are probably about... Everyone else is probably about 30 feet back from the Yeti. Trip is about 15.
Well, I am worried Trip is going to get squashed immediately. So I'm just going to move up next to Trip, I guess.
Okay, so you move up next to Trip. That brings it to 47's turn. What are you doing?
47 is gonna run and stand in front of Trip.
Alrighty. So you go ahead and you do that. Are you readying an action or anything?
Yep,
okay.
Pulling out the good old Morning Star and like just bracing for an attack, but readying.
Alrighty. So whenever it gets in within range, you can go ahead and make your attack. And that brings it... Are you doing anything else with your turn?
Trip, what are you doing?
Okay.
Now it's
Alrighty.
okay, I mean...
Got me.
Alrighty. Unless you're doing anything else with your turn, that brings it to the Yeti's turn. I need Trip to make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Yeah, we could do that. But why is that even worse than my initiative roll? So that's a 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
You take 10 points of cold damage, and you are considered paralyzed.
Oh, that's not great.
As you see the Yeti's eyes burn this bright blue, and almost, those of you who are near Trip can see also his eyes turn bright burning blue, the same as the Yeti's. And then the Yeti goes up and goes to swipe both at Rhea and 47. And both of those hit. Rhea, you take 8 points of slashing damage and 4 points of cold damage.
Okay, Hellish Rebuke also.
Okay, let me roll the attack while you do that.
Gotcha.
And then 47, you take 11 points of slashing damage and 5 points of cold damage. Then I think I have to roll a dex save for the Yeti, correct?
That is correct.
I was muted. Sorry, I'm gonna use Fighter Initiate to reduce the damage to Rhea.
Okay.
And block part of it. And that's 1d10.
And he failed his dex save, so go ahead and roll damage for that.
So Rhea's damage was reduced by 13.
That's no damage. Does that mean Hell Tribute
Alright.
still works?
It does not. It does not go through because you were not damaged.
Okay, never mind then. No Hell Tribute.
But you go and you see as the Yeti goes and swipes for Rhea and for 47 at the same time, but in open to taking more attack, 47 swipes at the paw and claws of the Yeti in front of Rhea as Rhea's beginning to conjure something, and then it dissipates. That brings it to at this point you also see the other Yeti is coming to the mouth of the cave, but is not able to reach any of you in time. That brings it to Fern's turn. What are you doing?
Perfect. I'm going and grabbing Trip and dragging, bringing him away from the fight.
Alrighty. So do you take an action or a bonus action to dash backwards? Because it takes most of your movement to get up to him.
Yeah,
And then
because
after you grab him, it takes half of your movement to move him, your full movement.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Alrighty. So at this point, Trip, you've been dragged back basically like 15 feet backwards.
Okay. Just did the one pose, like.
Alrighty. Are you doing anything with your action on this turn, Fern?
I guess readying like an arrow, so he's like, if he has to fight the Yetis, he can.
Okay. Alrighty. So, also, 47, your attack goes through at this point to the Yeti. Oh wait, does Fighter Initiate take your reaction? To reduce damage? Somebody else?
Use your reaction. Use your reaction to reduce the damage. Yeah.
Okay, so at this point, I will say you were readying to attack the Yeti, but instead switched it over to reduce damage. So your ready to action doesn't go through to hit the Yeti. But that brings it to Trip's turn. What are you doing as you've been dragged 15 feet back? Oh, right, because you are paralyzed.
I'm paralyzed, yeah.
I somehow forgot that.
I cannot move or speak.
Yes, so you can go ahead and make another Constitution saving throw at the end of your turn.
Oh. Well, I suppose that is the end of my turn. I can't really do anything else. So, if I rolled a 1 as a paralyzed halfling, can I re-roll it, or is that
just an ability you have.
Okay,
you can
cool.
re-roll it.
I just double tap. This dice is going in the jail, honestly. It's not rolled above. Right, that's a 2, so that's a 5. So that's
Already,
even worse.
you're still paralyzed. And Trip are standing next to Fern as he's readying an arrow. And that brings it to Mealy's turn. What are you doing? As you see, Trip is paralyzed doing this, and 37 and Rhea are attacking the Yeti.
Where is Annie?
She's next to you at this point. You guys are still 30 feet back from the Yeti.
And Annie was the one with like the Yeti information, right? I think I remember that from last time.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of turns to her for a minute. Quick question. What are Yetis afraid of?
Fire? Fire.
That'll do it. And I don't know how close I have to be. I guess if whatever I need to be for I don't know how to pronounce it. It's one of my cantrips and it starts with a T.
Thaumaturgy?
Yes.
What are you doing with thaumaturgy?
The biggest head of flames, like right in front of them, like a wall of it.
Okay. I'll ask you to make an Arcana check because there's only so much a cantrip can do.
That's fine. Just what do I roll? Just a D20? Or...
D20 plus your Arcana.
Okay. Please don't fail me now. I'm afraid to throw it now. That is a 8.
Alrighty. So you go and you use thaumaturgy to create this loud and roaring flame in front of the Yeti's face, almost as like an illusion. But instead of doing that, you flicker out just a small little ball of flame that just flickers in front of its face. And then kind of you can continue to concentrate on the small little flame. It seems to be more preoccupied with the two in front of it, though.
She'll prepare her spiritual weapon and just say,
Well, at least I tried.
Alrighty, so go ahead and make an attack with your spiritual weapon as it goes above the Yeti and goes to smack into it.
Ailey's not ever attacked anything hardly in her life. That would be a 13.
Alrighty, that just hits, so go ahead and roll 1d8.
1d8 plus 4. That's 8 plus 4. Whatever that.
Alrighty, so you do 12 points of damage to the Yeti as this kind of moon spear that almost looks like a trident goes and smacks and jabs into it. That brings it to Annie's turn. What are you doing?
So how far away are Trip and Fern from me?
They're 15 feet from you.
In front of me, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna go up 15 feet first, and then I'm gonna put Cure Wounds on Trip to try and give him some health back. 1d8 plus spell modifier is 6, so 8 points back to Trip.
Awesome.
And then I'm going to use, so that was that spell slot. And then I'm going to use my bonus action and conjure up Flame Blade into my hand.
Is that a leveled spell or a cantrip?
It's a level 2 spell.
So you can only do one level spell and then a cantrip in a turn. So you
even
already use Cure Wounds.
Even though this is a bonus action for casting?
You can only do a one leveled spell per turn.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. If that's the case, I'm going to walk up the extra 15 feet to get to the Yetis at this point, and I'm going to produce flame. And I'm going to throw that at them. Wait, no, I can't do that because that was already my action.
You can wild shape if you want. That's a bonus action for you.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and wild shape then.
Alrighty, what are you turning into?
Turning into a polar bear.
Hey, awesome. So you guys see the green energy swirl around Annie as takes yet another bear form. Alrighty, that brings it back up to Rhea's turn. What are you doing?
Ah! The bear. It's a moon bear. I think I'm gonna use another of my last sorcery points to do quicken spell instead, to turn a firebolt in. Oh no, I need 2. Never mind, I'll do twin spell again. I don't have enough sorcery points for that. I'll do twin spell again. Another firebolt, just gonna hit this thing with fire.
Alrighty, go ahead and roll 2 attacks for me.
Well, one of those is 22, and the other one is a natural 1.
Okay, yeah. One of them hits for you as the other goes shooting past the Yeti.
Glad the other one doesn't hit Trip.
You at this point.
That's true, but it could go woo. All right. Still with only one that hits. That's 18 points of damage. Because it's 2d10s for one hit.
Oh right, yeah.
And I rolled a 9 for both of them.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, so you go ahead and you see as the fire strikes the Yeti, seems to be continuously building up fear in the Yeti's face. That brings it to 47 as you see firebolts are being thrown at the Yeti in front of you.
I don't know why I didn't tantrum. I don't last turn. Anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and tantrum, and I'm gonna attack the Yeti twice.
Alrighty.
And 14 to hit.
What was the first one?
16.
Alrighty, both of them hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
That is 9 points of damage and 5 points of damage. I'm sorry. Yeah, 5 points of damage.
Okay, nice. So yeah, you go ahead and you take your Morning Star and you slice across it twice, it leaving these like larger gashes into it. Yeah, and that brings it to the Yeti's turn. It's going to. I would like Rhea to make a Constitution saving throw for me.
16 plus 2, so 18.
You are now considered immune to this effect as you have succeeded.
Nice.
Ready. And then it's going to go ahead and take 2 claw attacks at 47, as you seem to be just immediately there. First one doesn't hit, and then does a 16 hit.
Just hits.
Take 8 points of slashing damage, reduced to 4, and 1 point of cold damage. Alrighty. And then the other Yeti now is darting from the other side, from the mouth of the cave. Sees.
There's 2 of them.
Yeah, there's 2 now. Sees that its friend is in trouble. I would like 47 to make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Oof. 22?
Okay, you are considered immune to the effect, but it's still going to go ahead and slash towards you. And only one of the attacks hit. You take 1 point of slashing damage, or no, 5 reduced to 2, and then 4 points of cold. Alrighty, and that brings it to the end of the Yeti's turn. They are now kind of trying to jam and slash their claws into 47's form. That brings it to Fern. Trip, you're on deck for your con save.
Yeah. I'm going to shoot the arrow that I've readied, so I'm going to use my actual dice this time.
Oh,
Maybe
no.
you shouldn't.
I shouldn't have. That was a 3 plus 6. That's a 9.
Yeah, that one misses.
He's definitely more worried about Trip, so he's going to put his bow away and just. He can't pick up Trip because that's an action, right? So.
No, he can pick
Okay.
up Trip. It'd be part of his movement. Basically, your movement's halved with Trip.
Oh, cool. I'm gonna grab him and kind of like do a loop around to try to get to the cave without the Yetis spotting us.
Okay. I will say you get to, with your movement, you get about 10 feet in front of the mouth of the cave in order to make sure like you don't interact with the Yetis.
Can I use bonus action to dash the rest of the way?
That was with your bonus
Okay,
action to
okay,
dash.
cool.
Because you have half movement. Yeah, that brings it to Trip for your con save.
God save. Okay. New dice. Oh. Math 18.
Alrighty. You feel as you begin to regain mobility of your limbs as you're being carried into the mouth of the Yeti cave by Fern.
Unhand me. Oh, it's you, Fred. Thanks.
Oh, alrighty, and that brings it to Mealy, and then Annie, you're on deck.
Alrighty, I would like to go to 47 and cast Warding Bond.
Alrighty. 47, you have a +1 to your AC and all of your saving throws for the time being, and you are considered resistant to all types of damage. because Mealy takes the other half. So yeah, you feel this like warmth kind of grow within your metal chest, and you can almost feel this connection to Mealy as she reaches out and touches you.
You're welcome.
And as a bonus action, you can attack with your spiritual weapon if you want again.
I would love to. 10 plus 7? So that's 17.
Definitely hits. Go ahead and roll your 1d8 plus 4.
Please don't. Okay. 7.
Nice. Alrighty. Alrighty. You see, as you guys are basically targeting one of the Yetis, as the other one has just barely approached, he's starting to look very hurt. That brings it to Annie's turn, and then Rhea, you're on deck.
Okay, so Polar Bear Annie is going to multi-attack with Bite and Claws at this one Yeti.
Ready? Are you, which Yeti are you going for?
The one right in front of me that everyone's still been hitting.
Okay.
And, so one of those is a nat 1.
Okay, yeah, definitely doesn't hit.
And then the other one is, my attack is for... Do I have a...
For the Polar Bear, it's, +7.
Ooh, nice. So the other one is an 18. Okay, so 4 plus 5, so 9 slashing damage.
Already awesome. So you go and you get on your hind legs and you slash down with your Polar Bear claws at the Yeti, and it slashes very deep, and it looks like it's on the very edge of death. And that brings it to Rhea's turn. What are you doing?
It is. So when they did the cold eye thing, my eyes went like completely like glowing to like stop it, and now they're black because I'm casting Eldritch Blast, and I have 2 beams, and they're going at 2 different ones.
Alrighty.
Let's go, my 2 beams. Shit, yeah. Why can't I do basic math? 21 and a 22.
Alrighty, both of those hit. Go ahead and roll damage for that.
Muhahaha. Yeah, D10. Sorry, I don't use Eldritch Blast that much, so now I have to learn how to use it. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So one of those is the first one on the one that's been hurt is a 5 plus 4, so that's a 9.
Ready?
Does that kill it? Question mark.
You said you were going for 2 different ones, so.
Yeah, I don't. Okay, yeah. The other one is just gonna take 6 points of damage.
Alrighty. So you go and you release the energy, and it hits the Yeti kind of right in the chest, and you see as it begins to burn that same kind of hole that it did with the ice troll, and the Yeti falls to its feet. The other one takes its first bit of damage. Alrighty, and that brings it. Unless there's anything else you're doing on your turn, Rhea.
Oh, I think I'm. Nah. I'm just gonna stay kind of in the fight zone. Try to get hit, I guess.
Alrighty. The other Yeti kind of yells out. And I think because are you still concentrating on comprehend languages?
Yeah, I don't think I've cast any other concentration spells. So yeah.
Well, because you would have to have made a bunch of con saves to do the damage that you've taken.
Oh, do you want me to just roll like 2 con saves right now?
Just roll 1 just to see.
Okay. Nope. That's a 4.
Alrighty, yeah. So you no longer have concentration, but you hear the Yeti roar out in whatever language it's speaking. As its friend goes down. 47. That's your turn.
We could have found out if they were lovers if I had been able to hold on a little bit longer.
Wait, did Rhea just take damage?
No.
Oh, okay, sorry. So the one in front of me is still up, right?
You would have
the one that's far away that was still up.
Well, they're kind of all in your combat range, so.
I'm at the Yeti.
Yeah. Yeah, they're 2 of them have been slashing at you. So they're in your combat range.
Oh, I thought one went down. Sorry, I misheard.
Yeah, one of them did go down. I'm just saying there were two in your range.
Sorry. Okay. Yeah.
Previous.
So I will hit the one that is not down. I will attack it with my Morning Star. Does it lurk? No. Does it look hurt-ish?
It just took its first bit of damage.
Cool. So I'm gonna attack it twice. First attack is gonna be recklessly though, because 47's getting pretty hurt and wants these things to die. So first attack. Oh, good. Okay, that's a 22 to hit.
Okay.
Okay. Do you want me to roll both and then do damage?
Yeah.
Okay. And then that's a 17 to hit.
That also hits.
Okay. That's 10 and 7 damage total.
Ready.
Oh, I
Awesome.
forgot to add. Wait, sorry. I have to add 4 to that. So 10. Wait, sorry. So 12 and 9. I've been forgetting to add my rage damage.
Alrighty. You go ahead and you slash upwards towards the Yeti. It shrieks out in pain as you continue to do so. That brings it to its turn. Annie, I will ask you to make a Constitution saving throw using your polar bear stats.
$19.
Alrighty. Your eyes go blue for a second and then they dissipate quickly as you resist the urge, as you feel your muscles begin to tense. And that brings it to... It's going to claw attack at Rhea. It has disadvantage because it's trying to attack through the Celestial Guardians. The first one doesn't hit, but the second one does. For you take 9 points of slashing damage and 5 points of cold damage, Rhea, as it slashes out towards you.
I'm gonna Hellish Rebuke it. Don't take it. I'm gonna Hellish Rebuke it.
Okay, go ahead.
You're good.
I'll roll the con save, or the dex save, and a non-natural 20 for the dex save.
It still takes me. I should do math real quick to see how much health I've got. Okay. Cool. Okay. So it passes, so it takes half damage. Okay, here we go. That's 3d8 of damage halved, so that is an 8 plus 8 plus 9. 25 halved to 12. Into fire damage.
How is it a 9?
But there's a level
3d8.
2. It's D10, isn't it?
Oh, you said
Hellish
3d8.
Oh, I said 3D. Sorry, I meant 3d10.
Yeah.
Sorry. 3d10 at level 2 Hellish Rebuke, yeah.
So in total, 25 reduced would be 12. Alrighty, that brings it around to Fern's turn. What are you doing as you are at the mouth of the cave?
I'm gonna set Trip down now that he's awake and well, not awake, but like unparalyzed, and just casually just walk into the cave.
Alrighty, are you using all of your movement actions and bonus actions to kind of try and find where the treasure hoard is? Or
Sure.
Alrighty, so you go ahead and you move 105 feet. You dart in, and you run, and you have to turn a corner where it goes into 2 diverging paths. And you don't exactly remember if Orsa said which path he took. But you're 105 feet into the cave.
Cool.
That brings it to Trip's turn. What are you doing?
Wait for me. God, he moves fast.
Yeah, Fern has just gone into darkness. He's gone
Go.
into darkness.
What the? I'm just gonna follow.
Fern's
Alrighty.
gonna hide and he's gonna like jump out and scare Trip.
Okay, you don't technically take like a bonus action to hide, but I'll say with it, still 50 feet away, and doesn't have dark vision.
Yeah.
So,
Forgot about that.
yeah, you go ahead and you use your action to also dash towards him.
Sure.
Okay, I'm just asking for
Yeah.
things.
Yeah, triple dash towards Fern any day.
Alright.
Yeah, sure, I'll do that. Yeah.
Alrighty, so you dash 50 feet in. You still cannot see where he is because it's pitch black as soon as you get 50 feet into the cave, basically. Yeah.
Just like doing that stage whispering of Fern, where'd you go? Fern.
Already. That brings it to Mealy's turn. Annie, you are on deck.
Oh goodness. Who's all close to me right now? I know 47 is, but
Basically everyone except for Fern and Trip. You guys are all kind of surrounding the Yeti almost. You're a little bit further back from the Yeti though. And the Yeti that's in front of you looks to be taking some damage. Looks to be showing some wounds.
I guess I'll just attack this turn.
Ready? What are you attacking with?
Is my spiritual weapon not up anymore?
It is.
Okay.
That's just basically a free bonus action, and then you still have an action to do something.
Okay. Okay. It is all coming very slow. Should I be trying to heal anybody right?
What are you doing? Are you using your bonus action to attack and then also using your action to attack, or what's going on?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that.
So roll your attack for spiritual weapon. And then what spell are you using for your action?
Guiding bolt.
Alright, so what was the spiritual weapon?
19 plus 7, so...
Alrighty, that hits, so... Yeah, so 1d8 plus 4.
That would be 7.
Okay, and then go ahead and roll an attack for your guiding bolt.
That is a 5, plus 7 is a 12.
Alrighty, that just barely hits. So you go ahead and you smack it with the spiritual weapon, and then go ahead and roll damage for your guiding bolt, which I believe it is 46 radiant damage.
So roll a d6 4 times. 2, 5, 3, and another 5. So 2, 5, 3, 5 is what I got.
15.
Okay.
Cool. So you go ahead and you smack it with your moon spear, and this purplish energy guides out from your hands and hits it and blasts it back, and this energy begins to wrap itself over the Yeti. The next creature who attacks it has advantage on their first attack, and that brings it to Annie. What are you doing?
I'm attacking
Already.
with bite and claws. So that is so you said I have an advantage on the first one.
The
so
first
bite.
one, yeah.
Okay, so 12, 7, so 19 for the first one.
Already, that hits.
And then 14 plus 7, 21 for claws.
Alrighty, that also hits.
So
Go ahead and roll damage.
1d8. So 9 piercing damage from the bite. And then... Whoa! 6 is 12. 17 slashing damage from the claws.
Alrighty, how do you want to kill the Yeti?
Ooh. Annie's raging now in polar bear form, so she's like, ah! She bites his neck first, and then proceeds to like dig into his chest.
Nice. Yeah, you do that, and you dig into his chest, and basically, and blood goes kind of just all over Eddie's polar bear form, reddening the white coat as the two Yetis have fallen. That will take us out of initiative. What are you guys doing now? As you have just watched Fern and Trip dart into the cave without you guys, and you have killed two Yetis.
How rude of them.
47's gonna immediately just look around once the Yeti goes down to see if anything else is coming. Oh god. That's a 6.
You don't see anything else.
Guys,
It's a quiet ravine.
We're good.
I think Mealy's gonna, like, walk up to them, be closer, and then also look around. So. Never mind. She's like, whatever 47 says. That is a 1. We do not know what is going on in this world.
Nope. Yeah, it's a nice quiet ravine. You don't see anything going on. You don't hear anything outside of the ravine and what noises you guys have created from battle. Yeah, you guys have the cave to yourselves.
I go into the cave.
Yep, Annie stays in polar bear form, and I'm like going forward with perception checks, like just smelling things, making sure that like everything smells as it should be with no more people in.
Alrighty, go ahead and make a perception check with advantage.
18.
Alrighty. You get an overwhelming smell of Yeti, like just based on what you've been smelling. You can't really smell any other creatures within the cave as you are going along. But this is definitely made home to Yetis, and it's not the greatest of smells.
Cool. I get to the I try to kind of like run towards the treasure part so I can turn back into human form Annie.
So you guys eventually, what does Trip do once you get towards kind of where Fern is?
Was Fern gonna jump out and?
Okay, go ahead and make a stealth check for me, Fern.
Stealthy boy, let's go. That's a 28.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, Fern, you are kind of hidden behind one of the stalagmites coming up from the ground. You're hidden there, the ice covered, it's very cold to the touch, but you see as Trip is kind of looking around for you.
You better not be dead. Fern!
I'm gonna do my best imitation of like the Yeti roar and just jump back.
Go ahead and make a performance check for me.
Please don't.
No,
that's a wrong one. That's a one.
Is that one and then just rickroll?
That's a 17.
Alrighty. Yeah, I'll say, yeah. Trip, you are looking around, hoping your friend isn't dead within the cave, that Orsa had somehow missed some Yetis, and you look around and then you hear just this loud echoing roar that echoes throughout the cave next to you.
Cool. Oh, I'm probably dead. Yo, hey, hello. Nice,
And
Mr.
at
Yeti.
this point, to you guys, you hear this kind of distant echoing roar come up the cave.
47.
And run faster.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mealy's got a lot of adrenaline. She's gone in there too.
I'm walking at a normal pace talking to Orsa.
Alrighty. Yeah, everyone except for Rhea is kind of just running out to see what's going on with Trip and Fern. And, Fern, do you jump out at this point once everyone's kind of there as they see Trip is kind of like, basically looks like he's shitting himself?
Yes!
There's no licking about it.
He's gonna jump out again, do the roar.
Trip gets to fight of his life. I don't know if I'm a good enough actress to sort of scream and jump around, but yeah, there's a bit of it. But he falls on his arse as well. It's just out of shock. Imagine surprised. I'm petrified.
Oh,
Love
no.
that.
Are we anywhere near that?
Yeah, you guys have kind of just approached at this point, running up to see if everyone's okay.
Are you guys okay?
No, not really. There's a third-sized Yeti on the way.
Polar Bear Annie just like huffs. Like, oh, I just ran over here for nothing.
Fern's gonna light a torch at this point and just keep grinning, just like, haha, spooky.
Yeah.
As I come up, I'm out loud looking at this dragon and saying, "So would you fight 10 bird-sized horses, or 100 like horse-sized birds?"
Oh, well, I would say I would go with the first option. That seems the easiest to compete. I can fly and they cannot.
But they would still be birds. They'd just be the size of horses. Would their wings let them fly?
I don't know. Maybe I'll rethink that one. Anyway, did you guys need help with anything? I heard some roaring. Just speaking into only Rhea's mind.
Oh, Orsa wants to know if you guys need help.
No.
I could do with a hand.
Up to Fern and just like gives him a big punch.
Just like, ow.
Which way was the stuff?
Oh
You
no.
know?
Yeah, how far are we away from the loot?
Oh, yes. I believe it was left.
Going
And
left.
just kind of in there. Yes.
I'm gonna light a hand on fire for Trip to see.
You already lit a
Or-
torch.
Oh, never mind. I don't do that. I do that, notice the torch, and then go, oh.
As we're walking, 47. Hey guys, can some of you guys, or one of you guys heal me? Those bears kind of hurt.
Bears?
Absolutely.
The bears, yes, the bears hurt.
Yeah,
Big
we're
bears.
going to
Everything's a big bear if you think about it.
It's true.
I'll
definitely Mealy definitely goes to heal 47, so you'll have to remind me how to do that if I'm doing that.
It would just be 1d8 plus your modifier.
That is a 6. Is it +7 with the no? Which
Oh,
one is
that would be it'd be +4.
Okay. +4, that's 10.
Is anyone else injured? Or is it just me?
I'm gonna
I think it's
tap
you,
47 on the
Yeah.
thigh and give him 10 more points.
Oh,
What are you? Will that full heal you?
close enough.
Okay, I'm gonna also cast Cure Wounds. I'm gonna also do that. We're gonna all pat 47.
47 is gonna cast mending on themselves just because they want to help too, even though it doesn't do anything. Just like, okay. Thank you guys.
Also, I just rolled an 8 on a D8. I am doing pretty good on those today.
Yeah.
So that's a 12 for me.
So, I feel like I could take on another bear.
Annie kind of looks up.
Oh, not you, bear. Them bears. Those bears.
I believe they're called Yetis.
Those Yetis. The Yetis.
I'm gonna pat Annie on the back of the head and then wipe blood off my hand. Be like, okay, let's go.
Alrighty. So you guys continue down the left kind of tunnel there. And it takes you maybe about like 5 minutes before you go into this room that Orsa described. It's mostly filled with like different tents and things, but there's different little clusters of gold and treasures and trinkets, and you also see that there is a multitude of different types of bones, kind of just in within piles.
Gross.
Going to look at the bones.
Annie
Sure.
walks into her human form. She's still got
Mealy's
like
like
all over her.
trembling.
She like wipes the blood off on her dress and she starts going for the gold.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna look around and see if I can find anything like anything other than gold. As we also grab the gold.
Okay. Yeah. What is everyone specifically looking for? Are you guys just looking for coins? I know Rhea wants to look for things other than gold. Annie wants to go
Thieves' tools?
specifically for gold. You want to look for thieves'
Platinum,
tools?
if there's
Okay.
platinum.
Okay.
And
I'll just
anything
ask
else that
for
might be
everyone to
happening.
roll just a general group investigation check.
Investigation.
Big bag to carry everything in, I think.
Oof.
That's a natural 20.
That was a
Ooh.
10.
Okay. I will get back to you,
11
Rhea.
and
I'm
I
gonna
got
kiss
a
this
7.
dice.
Okay. 47 got a 16 correct. What did Annie get?
an 8.
Alrighty, Fern.
10.
Okay, Mealy
7.
and Trip.
12.
Okay. Alrighty. 47. You specifically find you find like a pile. There's some gold. You get 5 platinum, 52 pieces of gold, 86 silver, and 23 copper. And you also find a small red gem. Annie.
Pretty. Neely is pretty, like running. Neely, it's so pretty.
Annie, you specifically find 20 gold, 15 silver, and 32 copper, just in your initial search. Fern, you find 3 platinum, 75 gold, 8 silver, and 20 copper. You find 2 vials, one of which is broken, but the unbroken one has a red liquid in it.
Yeah.
Mealy, you find 30 gold, 10 silver, and 5 copper pieces, and a very small, like what would be like an amber tumble.
Oh.
And she takes notice of like 47 and she's admiring their gem, and then she's just like, check out what I found.
Ready? Trip, you found looks to be you have 7 platinum, 53 gold, 27 silver, and 56 copper pieces. And then you also found a ring. Looks to have like a shield on it. Has almost like a family crest on the top of it. And then Rhea, you found 50 platinum, 200 gold pieces, 1 300 gold worth diamond, another like it looks to be like this very dark, almost steel ore that's about this big. We aren't sure exactly what it is. And then you also found a belt, very large, kind of like almost corset-like belt, that has kind of like sewn in with like little snowflakes embroidered on it. That's just for the initial search. How long do you guys spend here?
Annie's searching for more.
Okay.
Any travel packs or anything from whoever's bones they are?
Yeah, go ahead and make another investigation check as you're searching for something that's kind of different.
I kind of also want to send Orsa outside of the cave to like keep an eye out and see if anything comes, and then if something comes to come get us, to tell us to leave.
Okay. Alright, yeah. He goes and flies off towards the cave entrance. How long do you guys spend just investigating and trying to take consumable of the loot?
Try 5 more minutes for Fern. I don't know about anyone else.
Yeah, probably the same for Mealy. Like, she'll try again, and then she'll be like, oh, this is probably good enough.
I'd say we'll
Alrighty.
probably spend like a solid 20 total.
Then I will ask for another group investigation check, minus Strip as he's already rolled his.
Okay, that was a 16 for me.
Nat 20.
Okay.
Nice!
I'll get back to
Come on.
that.
Can I let you know what I'm specifically looking for?
Yeah. If you guys have any specific looks specific things that you're looking for, just let me know.
I rolled a 5!
Yay!
Mealy don't know what she's doing.
It's so
God dang it,
shiny.
Mealy.
47.
11.
specifically looking for?
Like something to disguise with, like another sort of like disguise sort of item, or
Yeah, you
Bigger
don't find like a specific like scroll or anything like that. But you do find like different like pelts and coats and things that you could use to help disguise yourself.
So the only thing is and 47's gonna say this out loud. Guys, so this is great and all, but how are we gonna carry all this?
That's literally what I'm looking for.
Ready? What did Annie get for her investigation?
18. So I'm looking for like more gold and platinum and silver, but also looking for like diamond, like revivified diamonds if I need any.
Okay. I will say that with that, you find another 20 platinum, 107 pieces of gold, 300 silver, and 59 copper. And you find 2 more revivified diamonds. And then Fern got the natural 20 for a total of
21.
You find the remaining platinum, which would be 23. And then you gather up about 500 gold pieces. And then about 107 silver with the rest of that. And you also find what looks to be in a pile of more so bones. You find these like leather bracers.
Ooh. Cool. Add that in a minute.
Alrighty. Mealy, all you find that piques your interest is just a small little pearl. And then in addition to 75 gold and 100 in silver. And then what did Rhea get for hers?
I got a natural 1. Is it possible? If I have superior dark vision, can I roll with advantage, maybe? Damn it. Okay, I got a nat 1.
The room is lit up. This is just kind of just how far you get into what is in the room. But you find an additional, you find an additional like 25 gold pieces with that.
Okay, cool.
And then Trip, you do find a multitude of different like bags and satchels and things.
Nice.
You can take your pick. There's some more ones with more fancy embroidery if you'd like those.
Oh yeah, we're taking the fancy embroidery ones.
Alrighty. And then you
hard on them.
also, and then you also find a small little jar that looks to be has like a shimmery white liquid in it, and it looks to be half full.
So I have a thing I want to do, but I don't know if if I can do this. So 47 would probably know that like a bag of holding exists, right? I don't know if you'll let me do this since I've already spent my time looking at pelts.
I'll say go ahead and make a general intelligence check for 47 to see if they would know what a bag of holding is.
Sure. Mine is what? That's a 11.
You know that there's bags that can hold different weights and things like that, but you aren't exactly sure what it's specifically called.
Yeah. So, but 47 wants to like, I feel like it'd be pretty quick to see pelts, but like I want to go and see Trip looking at bags and like start shoving my hand, like opening a bag and shoving my hand in it, just like, just to see if there's one that doesn't like I don't hit the bottom for.
Okay. Are you like thinking of anything specific when you reach into the bag?
Am I thinking anything specific?
Yeah.
I need a big bag.
Okay. Just roll a general investigation check for me.
Okay. That's a 3.
Okay. You continue thinking that you need a big bag, and you just keep pulling ones. And you always find the bottom for every bag that you pull that's in Trip's pile.
Dang it.
I'm gonna start filling up the fancy embroidery one that I've got.
Already. you begin kind of just shoveling things into it.
Mhm.
Okay. Are you guys continuing to search, or are you waiting for Orsa's kind of word?
Okay.
I was gonna wait.
I just
kinda
keep
was
look-
too.
I don't think we want to like make a run for when a pack of 30 Yetis start coming back, though. And notice something's dead,
Exactly.
and then we're still within chasing distance.
I'm getting hungry, so I think we should go.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I want to look if there's another exit on the opposite side. Like, is it just one enclosed room, or is there like another sort of path?
In this room, I would say, you also find like there's another like smaller like alcove kind of offshoot that you can continue down, and you go through and you find it's more just bones.
But like nothing that keeps going. Okay. I'm gonna. Hey guys, so yeah, this doesn't really go anywhere. It looks like we have one way out.
I want to, while people are looking as well, can I look at my fancy belt thing that I got and see if I can see what it is?
Yeah,
Okay.
make an Arcana check.
Can Fern do the same with his little bracers that he got?
Yeah, go ahead.
16.
That's an Arcana check.
You can sense that there's some sort of magic to it. You aren't specifically sure what though.
I got a 16 as well.
Kind of same thing. There's something there that has some sort of magical essence to it, but you aren't specifically sure exactly what it does.
Fern's gonna stupidly put it on.
Okay. Alrighty.
You want a hand doing them up, or?
Please. Wait, gotta load out. Go out.
47 is gonna see Rhea like checking out her thing, and go over to Rhea and be like, "Oh, Rhea, guess what? I got something cool I can do." And they're gonna cast Identify
Okay.
on Rhea's
So-
because Rhea was looking confuzzled about what they had.
Yeah, so you guys watch as 47's eyes, they're usually that opal sheen to it. They change into what almost looks like a magnifying glass, clear crystal, as they look at this item.
Pure
And as you focus on it, you see and know that this is a belt of frost giant strength.
Ooh.
It can buff a person's strength to a total of 23.
Dang! Rhea's the god. Rhea's the god.
Rhea's a...
Literally.
She's so
Oh my
buff.
Now you can kill the ire.
Yeah. I had -1 strength before this.
You finally have strength.
Oh my god.
I'll just does 47 tell me that?
47 probably is like, "Whoa, this will make you super strong, Rhea. Like
Cool.
stronger than me, I think." And then
Oh.
like pauses. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. Here you go.
Oh, that's well, thanks 47. That's cool. Wait, hold on, I got one more thing. I pull out the dark steel ore and I'm just like, can you tell me what this is?
I can tomorrow.
I'm fine with that. Put it back away. But awesome, thanks. I'm still not gonna put it on though. I'm gonna think about it and put it in my bag.
Annie, make an intelligence check for me.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Ooh, that is a intelligence is 5. 23.
Oh,
Okay.
she's so smart.
So you look as Rhea pulls out this dark, almost steel-like ore, and it immediately clicks in your brain as you have seen and read about many different things used to create weapons, and specifically another god's weapon, a relic of divinity. It's an ore called God Steel, and is very, very rare and very expensive, and is what is used in Moradin's Warhammer. He is the god of like creation and family and things like that, and it's used in his relic of divinity, similar to the Twilight Reaver Comet Fell.
Cool. Okay. Annie walks over as she sees Rhea pulling that out for 47 to try and investigate. Still blood all over her. And she's like, "Oh, hey! Godzor?
Godsteel.
Godsteel! And she relays everything that was just said, because I remember like half of it. But yeah, that's the kind of material that's in the Warhammer that's I guess it's kind of as special as the Twilight Reaver thing. But yeah, that's kind of cool.
Okay, well, I'm gonna pull Annie to the side away from where 47 can't hear us a little bit. And I'm gonna say, okay, when we get to E'eth Esari, I'm gonna look for somewhere to make a new weapon for 47, but don't let.
Oh, okay.
I'm actually gonna cast a message so 47 can't overhear this. I'm just gonna stare really deeply at Annie for a second while I'm saying.
Okay. Yeah. Annie, you would also know with that intelligence check that you not only is it very powerful in weapons, like it is the most refined metal that anything can have, and it gives it basically mechanic wise gives a big bonus to that. But it can also it's very hardy and can protect people like if it's made into armor very, very well.
It could either be used for that as a weapon, or we could make it as an armor too, and make it super, super strong.
Amazing.
That's your message.
What was the thing that 47 was looking for in Diacre? The Artificer? Or no, not Diacre. We shares the Artificer, I think, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, could buff up 47. Like,
Yeah!
if with an Artificer with this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
47 just says, secrets don't make friends!
Oh, we're already friends!
I think Mealy's interest for investigating more after she hears about the ore, she kind of wants to try looking through one more time before they go.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and make an investigation check.
I kind of do too. After getting a belt that gives someone 23 strength, I kind of want to look again.
One more group investigation!
One more time!
Okay. One more.
Yes. We all roll natural 20s. Let's do this.
Oh, let's do this. Like, I feel like...
Ty embraces up here.
Laura, can she find something cool? Because I feel like it's...
Lindsay?
I got a natural 20!
Nice!
I got
Yay.
18 plus 2.
Alrighty, so 47.
Wait, investigation, you said, right?
Yeah.
Ah, dang. 16, because I have a -1.
Okay. Okay, 16. Annie, what was the total for your investigation?
The total is, let's see, investigation. Plus 2, 22.
Okay. Fern?
11.
Unless you're tying up your bracers.
Tied and then investigated.
Okay. So what was the total?
11.
Mealy?
So, even though she's just, like, slightly praying before she digs, she got an 8.
Okay. And then Rayo, I think you had a natural 20, correct?
Yep, 20 total.
Alrighty, and then Trip.
12.
Okay.
But I'm helping
Trip.
to tie the braces.
Yeah. Yeah, it takes up half the time
Yeah. That's fine.
so you don't find as much. You find another vial with red liquid in it. And then you also find an additional 25 gold pieces and 50 silver. Mealy, you find a rosewood brooch. It's kind of in the shape of like the normal shield. And it looks to have like engraved on it. It looks to be like some sort of like labyrinth or maze.
She's very entranced with it.
Rhea, you find a pair of gloves that look to be lined with kind of like a spotted fur, as well as you find a vial with a dark, almost starry night liquid in it. And you also find like tightly rolled up a scroll that looks to be kind of dampened from the weather. Fern, you find additional 30 gold and 75 silver, and you also find another piece of amber, but in the amber it looks to be like a small little skeleton of some sort of like small creature.
Another amber.
Yeah, Mealy found an amber before.
Oh, okay.
47, you found an additional 100 gold and 75 silver pieces. And then you also found another diamond, but this one was worth technically this one's worth 150. And then Annie, you find what most peeks out to you is these 2 ingots. They're not the same material as the Godsteel. They're more light. They're very, very light compared. And you would know these to be mithril. Then you also find an additional 75 gold with that.
Okay. You said mickle? Like nickel, but
mithril.
Mithril. Glad I clarified that.
Kind of at this point, Rhea, you hear in your head the imagery of Yetis coming closer to the cave.
All right, we gotta go, guys.
I have a question. So 47's gonna. Hey, Mealy, can't you make things invisible? I think you said that before. And then my question is, if someone is riding on 47 and someone is and people are riding on Annie, is that included as things being worn for the purpose of invisibility? No.
They're creatures.
Dang it. Okay.
I only have 1 spell slot for it too, so.
Yeah.
Pass without a trace. Awesome. I think that's a
What
druid
are you
spell.
guys doing?
Great question. When I was when Trip was doing investigating, did he investigate and notice that he's wearing an extra necklace now?
I would say kind of in the time that you kind of, as you were investigating, you notice an extra chain kind of dangling.
Okay, cool. Just gonna tuck it away for later.
Yeah. What are you guys doing?
Skedaddle.
Skedaddling.
Get out
There's
of
Yeti on the way.
Yeah.
Run.
Sneaking out.
We're
Running.
running.
Okay. Are you guys running or are you guys sneaking?
I think we should
running and then
sneak.
sneaking.
Sneakily jogging.
Sneakily jogging.
I think we could. Lindsay, do you have pass without a trace at all?
Do I have to? I think I do. Yeah.
It's a druid spell.
Yeah, I do.
I think if we sneak, that might be a good thing.
Yeah, I can do that. We can do that. Let's see here. What is that? Target self. Veil of
You guys just have to kind of be in the range of Annie when she's casting this.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, that's what we'll do.
Alrighty. So you wait until you get to the mouth of the cave to cast it, or do you do it before?
I wait until the last possible second.
Alrighty. Okay. So you go ahead and do that, and almost the shadows and the darkness kind of begin to swarm and attach to your group. You guys go ahead and make a stealth check as a group, and you get an additional 10 on top of whatever modifier you have.
That would be a 23 for me.
Okay. Plus the 10?
Yeah, that's plus the 10.
So 26 for me, if we're adding 10.
Yeah. Already?
Also 16 with the 10.
Oh no.
Not very sneaky.
Y'all are cutting out for me. Give me a second. What did... Annie, what did you get?
At 16.
So, Lila, okay. Froze for me.
Rhea?
I got a 28.
And then Trip.
With the 10, it's 33.
Cool!
All right!
Trip just disappears.
Straight up,
The
just
dark-
disappears.
The darkness
So,
us.
overall, you guys are... This is the most stealth that any of you guys have ever seen. The shadows almost quiet 47's metal as it squeaks and moves. You guys see as the Yetis are they have gotten to the edge of the cliffside where they're about to climb down, but you guys go right past them, are easily able to escape their view and run through the ravine up, without catching any of their attention, until out of view. And that's where we'll take our break.
So sneaky.
We pick up as the group have just had their first big looting experience together, and they have just snuck by the group of Yetis that is coming back to see their two friends dead. And you guys are continuing through to the Dura Thicket, up to E'eth Esari. You guys have about a half day's journey to continue. Do you want to push into the night?
Oh. I think we should probably get as far away as we can from the Yetis where we murdered their friend, and then take a rest when we get to E'eth Esari.
Alrighty.
Okay.
So, you guys continue forth going to E'eth Esari using the map that Rhea pulls out, and trying to guide yourself there. I will ask, after the 8-hour mark, you're almost there. You can, in the very far distance, see the light of the Alvatane tree. All of you to make Constitution saving throws for me.
Oh.
As you guys go past the 8-hour mark of traveling.
Oh. Ooh, that's a 7.
It's an 8 for me.
That's not good for me.
Okay.
22.
Yeah, 47, you're good.
13.
Okay. And Trip?
Oh no.
And
Already. Anybody who didn't roll above a 12 takes 1 point of exhaustion.
okay.
I rolled a 2. Or
Oh, yeah.
one,
Oh.
and that one. Plus
So,
the
For
Constitution.
the sake of everybody, all of your ability and attack rolls are at disadvantage.
Okay.
Or, yes, at disadvantage. If you have 1 point of exhaustion. But you guys continue further into the night until you can see that the walls of E'eth Esari are within another 30 minutes walk. And you can see brightly shining above the rest of the walls the Alvatane tree. It's almost like this very large, almost 200-foot tree that looks like a weeping willow. And all throughout the vines and things, you can see small little glimmering, shining lights as you guys approach. Are you guys doing anything in preparation of approaching to the capital city of Adaran?
One in
What
front of the other.
what time of day would this be? What would be the next...
You guys are it's probably about like 11 o'clock, almost midnight.
Keep going, I guess.
I don't.
Just to an end,
Left,
really.
right,
Amelia looks like she's gonna pass out, but she's very fascinated by pretty lights.
Alrighty, so you guys continue and you guys go up to where you can find the city gates, and they are locked. There are guards kind of patrolling, and as you get closer, about 30 feet away from the gates, one of them shouts out from above on the wall, who goes there? How can we help?
Hello. Just a band of travelers, bit lost, headed for Pretty Tree.
Annie looks at Mealy and she's like, you said your dad had connections here, right? Like he hooked us up?
Yes,
The city of Adaran, or the city of E'eth Esari, is currently under lockdown due to recent attacks in Diacree and Weisheris.
Mealy, go talk to them!
and she nervously
47
goes,
pushes her.
hi, my father sent a message to someone here. My name is Melia Lestria.
Okay, make a persuasion check for me.
Does 47 give her the help action by pushing her forward?
Her name should give
Much
her
better. Hold on. persuade.
There's also things going
Yeah.
on that not many people know about Mealy Alestra.
Yeah, that's fair. Either way, I rolled a 19. I pulled out the other dice.
Okay, and then plus, was that you plus
Nope.
your modifier?
Don't have anything, so.
Okay. Alrighty. The guard stands above and listens to you say that. One moment, let me go get my superior. And you see as he talks to another guard there and then walks down out of view. But they're all they all have trained crossbows on you, despite the persuasion check. The city is on high alert from the attacks.
And he like goes and hides behind one of the taller people since she technically still has blood all over her.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
Alright.
need a shower.
Does anyone have prestidigitation to get that off?
I probably not.
No, we don't. I don't think we do. I don't think any of us
Nobody
do.
does. Nobody does. But yeah, you guys wait about 20-30 minutes before they're. Yeah.
Sorry, I was just saying, can 47 just start making small talk with the guards up there?
You can try.
Yeah. So just because we're all waiting around, I'm like, so how you guys doing?
Make a persuasion check.
Yeah. Okay.
Do I recognize any of the guards?
Make a perception check with disadvantage.
Oh my god, that's a nat 20.
This is the day
Friendly
for it.
47.
That's a
47 is very friendly.
He is. Or they are.
with disadvantage. I got an 8.
Okay. No, you don't see anyone that you recognize. One of the guards speaks up. The one that took the other one's place. Doing well. I kind of wish the city wasn't on lockdown. But how are you guys doing?
Pretty good. We just need to get
Very
in. 'cause
tired.
We're, tired from the night and fighting
Oh.
some bad guys.
Oh. What did you find? What were you fighting in the thicket?
The thicket stuff,
I mean, there's a lot. There's the giants. There's the cyclopses. There's
there was some big
The
white
Yeti.
bear things. Oh, Yetis, and then there was a troll. And I don't know. There's probably other things, but that's all we had to fight, I think.
well, props to you guys for beating them.
Thank you.
Y'all get bored up there?
I mean, yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
And
Well,
then
we're kinda
one of the
bored
other
down
guards
here.
just yells and just kind of stage whispers, does a 47 whisper, and just like, dude, shut up.
Okay.
I mean, what do we want me to do? They're talking. We're waiting for him to come back with the Archivist. So I don't know what we're doing here.
This
Annie perks up. Which archivist?
She's the lady of Diacre, Imeldra something.
Oh, the one we were going to see.
I need to talk to her.
Yeah, she's part of the council, the Assyrian council. She's the master of knowledge. So, I mean, she's basically taken up roots as the, trying to keep everyone in line and things like that as the council is an emergency meeting. But yeah, I think she'll be here in next 10 minutes or so.
Alrighty.
I'm petting the dragon on my shoulder. If that wasn't obvious,
I was
me just going
wondering
like
that.
this.
Yeah.
I'm just waving to someone in the distance.
Already. Are you guys continuing to talk with the guards, or are you kind of just waiting till the Archivist shows up?
Until the Archivist shows up, 47's literally just talking to them.
Okay, yeah. Anything specific you're talking to him about, or just
No,
just
literally just talking because 47's super bored, just standing
Yeah.
there waiting and just doesn't want to sit still. And why not? It's not like literally 47 will probably say like when the other guy was like, "Shut up." It's like what harm is there in just talking? It's like y'all are all the way up there, we're all the way down here. I mean, we're just waiting like patiently. I mean, it's not like
You also
talking.
have.
Go ahead.
Okay. I was gonna say Amelia would be like, you also have like trained weapons on us.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, you guys just said that you took down some Yetis and some trolls, so we kind of have to be cautious with all the attacks.
With our exhaustion, I doubt really we would want to fight.
Annie
Right,
like
guys?
scoots to the back of the group and she creates water to like clean herself off.
Yes.
And
Yes.
then she produce flame to warm and dry her clothes back off so it doesn't look like she's just like a drenched rat.
Yeah, so for just the split second that like you're wet from the create water, the snow and ice kind of just begin to kind of go around you and coalesce on your body, and then you quickly produce flame. I mean, there's some light coming on in the back of the group. They aren't really sure what. They assume you're kind of like lighting a torch or something, and having trouble with it.
And I noticed that she's
but-
cold and heat her up a little bit too while she's doing that, just like one hand up.
Yeah, you do that. And I would say Mealy and Fern, you notice as they kind of see there's a little commotion going on with some light, they kind of get more tense at the guards do. But
Fern
about
notices them tense and is just like, rock, paper, scissors. He's bored.
Okay. Paper, scissors, shoot, yeah.
Alrighty, so you guys continue to play a game until you guys see as there's a smaller doorway next to like the big large portcullis gate that's going on, and you see two figures, or actually three figures exit. You see the same guard, another like more looks to be like a higher official guard, has the capelet kind of thing that you've seen throughout the different cities. And you see a half orc lady, looks to be in like her maybe mid 50s, 60s. Large tusks that they're kind of adorned with some jewelry, and then she has these purple and white robes kind of around her, and she has her hair kind of in like a top knot, as she kind of just cautiously approaches Mealy. You said that you are Mealy Alestra of the Alestra family?
Yes, ma'am.
And she reaches out a hand to greet you. I am Archivist Imeldra Arvia, Master of Knowledge of the Asarian Council and also High Archivist of the Hiram Institute.
Mealy takes a deep breath and shakes away her nervousness and shakes the hand. A pleasure to meet you. We were hoping to find you while we were in Weish, but due to unfortunate circumstance, we are on a journey here now.
Well, your father has filled in on me a little about your situation, and I would like to help in any way I can to get Emiria back, and back to your family.
We appreciate this greatly.
But, yes, come in for the night, rest. There's rooms being set up for you at an inn, and horses are being gathered in the morning for you to continue on to the Lucent Lock. I unfortunately have to stay here, and I believe you'll make your father proud.
I appreciate that. Be a little less formal. There is a request.
And what is the request of you, Mealy?
My friend here, I believe she wishes to speak with you. And she looks back to Annie.
And he's like, hi.
Hello, and what is your name?
I'm Annie. I had heard, well, back when you were supposed to be in Diacre, that you were trying to hold a study regarding the lunar cycle. I'm assuming that that's put on hold or at least been postponed. But I was really trying to get a hold of you to talk about that. So, and here you are, and here I am.
Yes. Come walk with me. I can discuss that with you. I believe we had an appointment made, and then it was pure chaos in Diacre for a moment. And she kind of begins gesturing for you all to follow her as she begins to kind of side speak with Annie as you guys follow along. She eventually takes you guys to an inn. You guys each have rooms there. They've set up 6 rooms for you, though you can bunk with whatever you'd like, I will get to the conversation the Archivist has with Annie. Is there anything else anyone would like to do during their night?
I'll chillax in the room, exhausted.
Mealy
Okay.
passes out.
Alrighty.
I have a new necklace, chain, charm that I found. I don't know where that's come from. So,
Fern is passed out in. I assume you guys are sharing a room, unless you guys want separate rooms.
He's not passed out yet. He's just sitting on the bed. He's getting ready to go to sleep.
Alrighty. Yeah. But Fern's getting ready to go to sleep as you kind of like toy with the chain, and you know where it's from. You've seen the necklace before.
I've seen it. It's
At least the charm.
Can I ask what the charm looks like?
It's a little playing card.
Yes, it's the little playing card. And it's the Ace of Clubs. Spades. Spades. I know my cards.
Cool. Okay. Jib's gonna be like just messing with it, as you said. Probably just like look across at Fern and just be like, "This you?"
Yeah? Who else would it be?
I just wondering when you put it on, because I don't know. I think I don't know how long I've been wearing it for.
Before I got attacked by a troll.
Oh, hang on.
Ogre thing.
That was yesterday.
This morning.
This morning. It's been a long day.
It's been about 24 hours. It's been over almost 24 hours.
Yeah, cool. Alright, does this mean anything?
He's just gonna tense up a little bit, just like, was not expecting that question.
Well, I don't know. It's a playing card, but I don't know if it means anything. Maybe it means something to elves. I don't know.
It's kind of the promise, in a way. One that, well, you don't know.
No.
It's pretty much saying that I won't be reckless anymore.
Huh.
Probably more to it, but anyway. He's gonna kind of make sure he has his pockets empty, and he's like, I'm gonna go shower. I stink like troll and snow and nastiness.
Yeah, I won't gonna mention it, but you do.
I know I stink.
Mm.
Anyway, be back.
As Fred's leaving, he's just be like, thanks. From
You're welcome. And then he did leave the note on the is a nightstand, probably? Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Does it say Trip on it, or is it just a note?
We could say it probably says Trip on it, probably. I don't know.
I gotta go. I'm gonna wait until a minute. Is he gone?
Trip's
I'm gonna go
nosy.
read it.
We know Trip
Add
nosy.
it to your journal. It's in your journal now.
Oh no.
Yeah, you go ahead and read that, and we'll pop over to the conversation between Annie and the Archivist. So, as you guys kind of going back in time a little bit, you guys were kind of walking towards the inn. The Archivist kind of just kind of looks down at you as she walks. So, what was it you wanted to know about the lunar cycle?
Yeah, so, here's the thing. I currently, uncontrollably, turn into a werebear, with the 2 full moons, and, I'm trying to figure out how to at least control it, because I think I know the only way to stop it, and that's not with the lunar cycle, so I'm just trying to figure out how to control it at this point, so I don't try and eat my friends.
Okay, how did you come across this form of lycanthropy?
There was a witch.
Right.
And a curse, and here we are.
Is it by chance the witch that you're going to seek?
I don't know. I think so. We'll see.
Well, from what I know of the witch that lives there, she's very powerful, and her curses are not easily controllable.
How exciting.
So, I believe you'd either have to offer something to gain control or to kill her.
That's the only way. There's no way that I can try and gain control.
These witches and their curses often are more powerful than most mages. So a simple spell incantation to remove said curse would be ineffective. But if you would like, I do plan on working with some other lycanthropes that have showed interest in this trial after everything kind of dials down a bit.
Well, fiddlesticks. Yeah, I mean, I guess if I'm still here and if the goal is maybe that we kill the witch. That's my goal. But if we don't, then yeah, I guess I'll sign me up.
Okay. Should you kill the witch, you would most likely retain your lycanthropy, though.
Wait, what? I thought you said that the curse could end if she died.
The controlling aspect you would be able to control of, and then we could remove the curse with any bit of magic. But then again, I don't know exactly how this curse holds on to you. But perhaps, even if you were to kill her, I don't want to get your hopes up that it should immediately remove Ed.
Devil fiddlesticks.
She kind of just giggles at that. But from what I know, lycanthropes, under the full moon of Yelra and Celiara, the white and purple moon of Aramel, have often experienced uncontrollability with their transformations.
Yep. The group's kind of already experienced that one.
I would try to refrain from being with the group during the double full moon. But, like I said, whenever you get back, maybe we can talk a bit more about the extent of your curse.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks.
And at that point, you guys had she had walked you up towards where your chambers were in the inn, and kind of just says her goodbyes and just wishes you luck on the journey. Then we will kind of go back towards Trip, as has finished reading his letter.
Yeah, okay. Try to keep it together. Do you want me to read it out, or?
That's up to you.
You can read it out loud, that's
Are
fine.
you sure? I don't know if I can. Okay,
Totally up to you.
I mean, I can, but I don't know if I can.
Want someone else to read it out loud and pretend it's Trip?
Oh, jeez, I think I'd really lose it to that point.
Oh, I could read it. That would be even
That's
better.
like voiceover with Fern's voice.
Yes, do it.
Okay. Now I'm gonna cry. Okay. So I don't cry. Okay, I have to read it. So my face is gonna look a little weird, but okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. My first love died in the winter, and so did my heart. And you came along, and I once again knew the beauty of the season I once dreaded the most. I know I said I hated you, hated how you made me feel. That was the fact that I fell harder for you than I ever thought was possible. I'm broken. Yeah, you managed to heal me more than you think you did. I knew you would change my life from the moment I saw you, but I never knew it would be to this extent. You brightened my life when all I could see was darkness. Thank you. I know that I hurt you when I put myself into danger, and I'm sorry. It's not fair to you that I'm staying. Thank you. That's all.
It's not fair to you that you're staying.
I know. I don't understand the ending.
And I think we'll pick up next week with that bit of information for our Halloween special.
No!
Buddy.
We finally got to the letter.
We did.
Thank you all for joining in for the 11th episode of the Portent Kast, Call of the Dawn, and we'll see you next week. And make sure to remember that the dice guide you to beautiful friendships.